Tagazani, welcome. My name is Noma and this is Learning with Noma, your online comprehensive classroom where we are changing our lives one lesson at a time. And today I'm answering the question, how often should I introduce myself to my ancestors? Why is it important to reintroduce myself? Well, if you are interested, please click the subscribe button. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, hit the like button, share the lesson, because a lesson learned is a lesson that should be shared in this classroom. Like I said, my name is Noma and this is Learning with Noma. Let's get to the answer. Okay, so in the olden days, let's understand that you would not phahla for yourself if your parents were still alive, because in the spirit world or in the ancestral realm, they are seen as the keys that allow you to phahla and communicate with Bonkgono le Bontatemogolo. And that is why when we go to our ancestors, we don't say mama, papa, but we say Thokozani Bogogo, Thokozani Bomkhulu, because you're talking to your grandparents and not your parents. Your parents are still alive. But things, of course, have changed and times have changed, mainly again because of the religion part of it. Because of religion, there are families who don't even phahla anymore. Myself, I'm from a very Christian background, and I'll have to be honest that I started learning about phahla when my journey started. That's when I knew, hey, I had no idea. I didn't know anything. And then you get to be asked questions like that you would know your father, then who's your great grandparents, and you didn't know that history in the Lapiako. And that is where we find ourselves getting so misled or being out of our own selves, not understanding who we are and where we come from. So phahla was always making sure that you are rooted, and that in itself meant understanding where you come from, so that even when you approach your ancestors, they know from which side of the family do you come from. They know and they know who should come forth to hear you, to listen to you, and to actually cater for what you are asking for. So like I said, in the olden days, you would not really go and phahla for yourself. So your parents would be the one who would go to phahla and report for you whatever that you needed to report, or whatever that you needed to ask for, because it was believed that your parents are still alive. So when you've got a problem, you would go and talk to your mom and dad, dumela mama, dumela papa, and they would then go and give it to the ancestors, because they would come and say, and they also understood that they were not talking directly to their parents, but their parents were the key that could connect them to Bonkgono le Bontatemogolo, the wisdom of those who have passed. Because we have also, I'll say, levels in ancestral realm where who are closely related to us. Then you've got Ntatemolo thousands of years ago, who is so far away in the hierarchy, where we talk about Abangaseko Baleluptongo Obkulu. So Mkulu is no longer really in the forefront. He's still there, he's still your ancestor, his connection with you is still there, but he no longer needs to be as active an ancestor as those that you are familiar with. That will be your maybe 6th generation from you. But you do find sometimes those from the 10th generation still coming through if a message that they want to deliver can only be delivered by them. So yes, you need to reintroduce yourself, firstly for your ancestors to understand ukuthi ungubani, uphuma from which side of the family, how do you even relate to them, and also for yourself to understand who you are, who you're rooted in, and who are you bringing forth to actually hear your iskalo sakho, or whatever that you want to report. Because like I said, phahla, there are different reasons why we approach the altar to phahla, why re tla mo msamo re tlo phahla. And I'll unpack that in a lesson to follow. The reintroduction of yourself in this day and time, like I say, it is to help your ancestors to identify you. But because times have changed and we phahla now, even le batswadi ba rona ba phela, you will then go to the shrine and say, ke nna Noma, ke ngwana wa ya tswalwang ke ngwana wa ya tswalwang ke. That is your mother. I am born from my father, who is the child of so and so. If they are deceased, and then that will be your grandparents, and you will approach. But if your parents and your grandparents are still alive, then you can take it a step further, because remember, you're trying to find a key in the ancestral realm. So you need someone who will say, yes, this is my child. Yes, I know this person. If your grandparents are still alive, both of them, then you will say your father, you will say your grandparents, and then their parents, your great grandparents. You will say, I'm Norma. I'm the child of Stephen, who is born of Joseph and Maria. My mother is Nomatembu, who is born of Dimagato and Johannes, or something of that nature. And if then that is it, it is that. But if your grandparents are still alive, you would then say, I am Norma, born of my father is Joseph, whoever Sibeko, born of Japi Sibeko and Maria Mkwanazi, and you will say Japi, who is born of, saying your great grandparents now. But the introduction needs to have a key that is going to help you enter into the spirit realm. So you need to have somebody who's already in the spirit realm that you are going to end with. That is why we need to reintroduce ourselves, so that the ancestral committee knows who we are. And again, taking it into practicality and bringing it to the, maybe trying to help you understand now in reality. I have a grandmother who is almost 100 years old. Every time you are not there, she will ask, Normal guy, when is she coming to see me? When you get there, she's going to look at you and she's going to recognize you, but she might call you by a name of somebody else, or your mother's name, because that's the image that she sees. And remember, as we grow older, our long-term memories become better than our short-term memories. So how because they cannot somehow you don't realize that you're growing up and you still see yourself as a young person. How mbona mewaka, and that's the name that they will call me with, because they realize they recognize this the young image of my mother. But then I have to say, Nkhono, that is my mother. I am her child. My name is Soren, so I'm her firstborn daughter. And so was that. And then she'll say, okay, she remembers. I go to the kitchen, I come back. And she will still call until you get to accept that, okay, you know what, it's fine. Nkhono can call me with that name. But that shows, again, in reality or in the physical realm, how it also happens in the spiritual realm, because this very same person is going to go and pass over. So the importance of reintroducing yourself is making sure that ancestors know who you are. That they know who you are, and that they give you exactly what you are deserving of, or they give whatever they need to cater to the right person. And again, when you come to the altar and you reintroduce yourself, remember, you are also connecting to your roots. You are somehow reminding yourself of who you are. The minute you're there and you tell yourself, you remember the footsteps that walked before you, the people who walked before you, the entourage that is actually behind you. You understand the power and the strength that you have. The people who are behind you, you know, but they've got your back. They've got your back. So you remind yourself of that. And the other important thing when you introduce yourself is praises. Hu itoka. And hu itoka, or like saying is tagazelo, does not necessarily have to be for all of them, but at least for your father's side, the surname that you're carrying, and also for your mother's side, maybe just, you know, say a few words, because we know from religion. And for me, please understand, when I look at the Bible and I read it, it's more principles that I live by, and I understand most of the idioms in the Bible, or most of the guidance in the Bible. They're so African. It feels for me every time when I open a Bible that a white man was sitting somewhere looking at a black man live their life and taking what they're saying and putting it in writing. Yet when it was now scripted, it sort of like tend to be only, you know, a certain color based Christianity, and that was religion. That's why I'm saying I'm a spiritualist, because I find truth in each and every religion. I've actually seen a new word for that. They call it amnest, where you find truth in each and every religion, where you relate, you take what resonates with your spirit and what resonates with you, and you take it. So where I was going is we talk about when praises go up, blessings come down. And in the ancestral realm, it's also like that. When you call your clan names, you praise your ancestors. You can even imagine calling yalo at graduation party, any sort of ceremony. If someone stands up, baqala huitoka, already the MC will say Lilizela Lilizeli Lilizela Lilizeli Hula Mitidiyetsani. Everybody get excited. Ulination happens. The minute somebody starts praising, even in prayer, you are told, call him by who he is. You are praising because that excites the spirit. So that is very also an important part when you introduce yourself. Know your clan names and start uktagazela. Tell your ancestors, Nina Bodlamini, Nina Bomtimkulu, Nina Bobani, Nina Bobani. Call them before you even start, because you are bringing them close, you are getting them excited. They are going to listen to you. Our child is coming. And when you are a Sangoma, then it goes a little bit further, because you then also acknowledge the spirits that you carry. If you work through Umuguni and Umunzawo and others, you will say, Tokozan Bogona Bumkulba Manguni, Naboshuk Zomoya, Nanmanda, Namanda Janjit Kangsana, Vanessa Pambi, the Dilan Bogum Yamak Vela Kanya, Nabalos, you will call them as they are, and you always remember to invite Itlozel Mhlop, Itlozel Kanyayo, those who bring life, Baba Tisambo Pelo Lisedi Khanya. Bonkhonolo bontatemholo amakhehla amagedla awukhethi bala ledlozi ufuna laba nje abakhanyayo. So when you go and you phahla, understand the intention and understand the connection that you're trying to make, or the alignment rather that you're trying to make, so that they know who you are. My thing, reintroduce. In the olden days, it was done because you would have elders representing you. So they needed to be specific that I'm not here to patla for me, but we are here specifically to patla for Noma, child of Nunqebo, or whoever that my mother will be. But again, for us in this day and age, it's also important to introduce yourself and also state that I am here to patla for myself. I'm here to communicate with you, Abantu Abadala. I'm here to communicate on my behalf. I'm here to report on my behalf. Because you can also go uyo patla and not patla for yourself. I can come and say, the daughter of so and so and so, I'm here to patla for my little sister who is so and so and so. So you need to introduce yourself and introduce the intention that you are coming with, and do not forget to praise your ancestors. When praises go up, blessings come down. If you found the information in this video insightful, please do hit the subscribe button, like the video, share the video. A lesson learned should be a lesson shared in this classroom. And please follow on all social platforms, Learning with Noma, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I am just everywhere. Follow. Hit the notification bell so that all the lessons that are loaded, you are the first to be notified, and you can come into the classroom and check the lesson out. My name is Noma. This is Learning with Noma, your online comprehensive classroom where we change our lives one lesson at a time. Thokozani. Lesedi.